Hey Front Row family, John here with your December video newsletter. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving, and I hope this video finds you in great spirits and heading into an awesome December. Well, I want to share with you a couple exciting things, and first I'll start off with why we're all here talking about living life in the front row, and that is the recipients that we serve. You know, a couple weeks, in fact, might have been months ago, I mentioned Owen. Owen was a recipient, a 10-year-old boy who went to go see the Philadelphia Phillies, and just recently I had an opportunity to watch his video, and if you haven't seen this yet, you must go now. But before you go watch the video, let me just give you a little background. Owen has neurofibromatosis, and that means that he has tumors that can grow in and on his body, and he just finished up 58 rounds of chemo to battle neurofibromatosis, and he is a champion. When you meet Owen on this video, you're going to fall in love with him just like I did the second that you hear any word come out of his mouth. In fact, I want to tell you one of my favorite things that Owen said about his day. On a scale of 1 to 1,000,000, how would you rate your day? And he said on a 1 to 1,000,000 scale, 1,000,000,000,000. Well, I want to tell you, this little guy is a warrior, and he's awesome. You got to check out his event. He got a chance to meet his idol, Chase Utley. He got a jersey. He sat right behind the dugout. It was an awesome experience, and I want to thank all of you for making that possible. Owen's event would not be possible without the support of all of our community and our team, our event directors, and everybody who worked on creating that event, but also a special sponsor for that event, the Marachi brothers. They did such a great job. They've been a supporter over the years, and without those guys, they're a local company here in Philadelphia, we wouldn't have been able to make this happen. I also want to give a special thanks to Matt and Kelly from the Phillies, who really worked hard to make Owen's day super special. All right, so the second thing I want to tell you about is this brand new shirt that we're going to be unveiling in just a couple of days through a special video offer. You're going to have the opportunity to not only give these shirts away, but you're going to have the opportunity to get one for yourself. What you're looking at is every single recipient and their experience that has been created over the last 10 years. Now, I don't want to give too much now because I've got another video coming out again in just a couple of days where I'll break down exactly how to get one of these shirts. But I want to tell you, I've been wearing it for the last couple of days, and I've had so many people ask me what it's about, what all the names are for. It's been a great opportunity to share the vision and the mission of what we're trying to accomplish here at Front Row Foundation. So stay tuned for more shirt updates. All right, so my third update for you is a little bit of a personal story. Well, the month of December for me is about learning to speak Russian. Now, some of you might know this and some of you may not, but my wife is from Siberia, and my little boy Tiger is already fluent in Russian at 5. So many days they have conversations that I don't know what the heck is going on. Now, over the last 8 years of being married to my beautiful wife, I have learned a little Russian, but not to the point of being conversational. And my mother-in-law, who lives with us 6 months out of the year, doesn't speak any English, and I really want to be able to talk to her. So I'm on a mission to do a Russian immersion program in my house. I told my wife, don't talk to me in English in the month of December. Now, I shared this goal with one of my very good friends. My buddy Jamie gave me a book and he said, John, read this book. It's called Fluent Forever. Great read, by the way. And I started reading it and I realized there's all these little tips and tricks to kind of shorting the language learning process. It's a little bit of a language hack, and we got really excited, and it reminded me of something. And that is that who we surround ourselves with in our lives helps us to grow and learn maybe more than anything. You know, I often teach in my speeches or in my coaching programs that, you know, one of the biggest questions we'll ever ask is who's in our front row? Because proximity is power. My question to all of you is who's in your front row in life? And what type of effect are they having on you? You know, when we remain a student, when we remain open to learning from people, I think we can progress so quickly. All of us need that. You know, so again, the biggest question is who is in our front row? Thank goodness Jamie's in my front row. And he handed me this book, and next thing you know, the guy Gabriel who wrote that book is kind of in my front row. Even though I don't know him, I've read his book. He took all of what he's learned and he spent months and years perhaps even putting all this together that I could read in just a few hours. So when we think about our lives and living life in the front row, my hope for you is that you surround yourself with amazing people. We hope as a Front Row community to be part of that amazing front row in your life. We hope to inspire you. We hope to challenge you. We hope to be connected with you throughout our time so that we can all become, as Matthew Kelly says, the best version of ourselves. So the fourth idea that I'm going to share with you today is really just a wish for you, and that is that you have an amazing holiday with your friends and your families. And no matter where you are in the world, and no matter what you're doing, and I often say no matter what seat you've been given in life, you can always choose to have a front row experience. This is the time of year, no matter what holiday you do celebrate, that the mission should be for all of us to be present, to truly enjoy the time that we spend together, and not to get caught up in some of the things that can wreck a holidays, like making things perfect, the perfect gifts or the perfect food, the perfect party, the perfect whatever. My good friend Hal Elrod, who's a big Front Row supporter, author of The Miracle Morning, would say, give up being perfect for being authentic. And one of the great things about the holidays is that it can take us back to what matters most in life, which is just being with people that we love and celebrating the great lives that we do have. I've had somebody tell me one time that, no matter how challenging our worlds can be, and I know many of you, you might be in a time in your life when it's particularly challenging right now. Many of our recipients are battling for their lives, and many days are difficult. But even in our worst times, our most difficult times of life, we can find the silver lining. We can find bright spots. And you take somebody that's fighting for their life and you see a lot of love and joy surrounding that person oftentimes. We sometimes find out who we really are when we're challenged the most. So no matter where you are or what you're experiencing these holidays, I invite you to be present. I invite you to see the love that surrounds you, and I invite you to just make the most of it. Grab your journals, write down all your front row moments that you experience in the next 30 days as we head into 2015, which I'm confident is going to be the best year of our lives. So until next time, keep living life in the front row.